Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. I'm here today with my second and what will end up being my final haul from the 50% off Criterion Collection sale, plus a couple of other things in here as well, all Criterion Collection related. So I am really excited about this one. I will mention that I'm doing something I don't typically do. I ended up filming a media hunting vlog over this past weekend. Obviously, I've mentioned it a number of times. But it was my birthday, and so I did a birthday media hunting vlog because I thought it would be fun. So in there, you will see some of the movies I'm talking about today. And I typically don't show the movies more than once, but I figured in this instance, there's just going to be different eyes potentially watching a vlog versus those watching a Criterion Collection haul. So I wanted to include everything that I picked up from Criterion in this video, including a dozen that I picked up brand new from Barnes & Noble. And then I have a couple of used Blu-rays that I found super cheap, and a couple DVDs from Criterion Collection, which all four of these on DVD are not available on Blu-ray, and a couple of them at least are actually out of print. So I have just a ridiculous deal that I'll talk about as I go here. And again, if you watch the media hunting vlog, you'll hear that story again, but just different people watch different things, so I figured I would just include everything here. So yeah, if you guys are excited about this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. That really does help me out. But with that said, guys, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to the second round of my 50% off Criterion Collection haul. Let's start off with the DVDs I found, and these were all from Disc Replay, so they were only about an average of $1.65 each because it's buy three, get three free, so it's a ridiculous deal. So first one here, this one actually is in print, but it's not available on Blu-ray from Criterion. This is The Thief of Baghdad. So this is from 1940, and it's spine number 431, and this one is, it's produced by Alexander Korda, who I guess is a legendary producer. Honestly, I don't know him, but you probably do. So yeah, this one has both discs included. It is in complete, it's complete and in great shape, like all of these DVDs I ended up finding from Disc Replay. So yeah, very excited about this one just because I've never heard of it before and it looks really cool. And it's supposed to be inspired by the Arabian Nights, so should be pretty interesting. That is The Thief of Baghdad from 1940, spine number 431. Next up is one that is actually out of print right now on Criterion, and another one that's not available on Blu-ray. This is another director I don't know. It's a comedian. This is called The Bank Dick by W.C. Fields. So this is a comedy. It is from 1940 as well, and this is spine number 78, so a very low spine number, which is cool. And you guys see on the inside, it does have the disc and the much smaller than normal booklet. They're not... I don't see any special features listed on this, which kind of on a couple of these, there's like very few special features, but that's all right. For $1.65, I'm adding an out of print Criterion Collection DVD to my collection. So I'm sure this one will be worth more than $1.65 if I ever decide that I want to get rid of it. So the second one on DVD, spine number 78 from 1940, The Bank Dick. These next two I'll show together because they are both Criterion DVDs and they are both Shakespeare, both Laurence Olivier starring, so they feel very similar. The first one is Henry V, and then we have Hamlet. So Henry V is spine number 41, and that is from when? 1944, and then Hamlet from 1948 is spine number 82. So I believe it's Hamlet that is out of print. Henry V is in print, but it's only on DVD. So these are really cool finds. I remember watching one of these, I don't know which one, in undergrad, and I would really enjoyed it there, so I'm excited to revisit this and see how they are. You can see actually Henry V has a handful of special features on the back. Hamlet does not. It's like the special features are a beautiful transfer and so on. So yeah, not a ton of special features, but I figured I would grab them because they're so cheap, and it's, if nothing, it's kind of just a cool thing to have within my Criterion collection. So I think these are pretty fun. Laurence Olivier starring Henry V and Hamlet. Two final DVDs that I picked up. So we have spine number 41 and spine number 82. So let's stick with the used ones I grabbed, but let's talk Blu-rays now. So these next two Blu-rays that I'm going to show you guys, I got them both from Disc Replay, and they were by far the absolute greatest deal I've ever gotten from Disc Replay and on a Criterion movie. It is just absurd. So I actually saw these on Friday or on Saturday night when I was there. Ended up skipping them because I was like basically shutting down the store and I didn't realize it, and so I didn't want to bug them about it. But I went back the next day. I was able to find them again, and these were two Blu-rays that were stuck in the DVD section, and there were no stickers on them, no price sticker at all. And so I wanted to be as honest as possible. So I took them up to the counter and said, hey, you know, these are in the DVD section, but they're actually Blu-rays. How much are these, you know, or are they being sold as DVDs? The dude opened them up, said, yeah, they're being sold as DVDs. So I said, okay, I'm ready to check out, because this means I paid $1.65 for each of these, which are brand new. I would have paid $20 this month at, Barnes & Noble or Amazon, and typically they're $40. I paid $1.65. They are in mint condition and they look brand new and complete. The first one here is spine number 732 from 1946. This is My Darling Clementine. So to be fair, I don't really know too much about these two that I'm going to talk about now, because I just wanted to grab them because they were so cheap on Blu-ray, like a ridiculously good deal. But this is a John Ford Western starring Henry Fonda, so I'm sure it's going to be really good. The cover looks interesting. So yeah, this should be great. And like I said, it is in complete condition, and it is complete and in excellent condition. So just an awesome find for the price. That is absurd. So My Darling Clementine, spine 732 from 1946. And then the other one I grabbed for $1.65 is One-Eyed Jacks, directed by Marlon Brando, and I'm assuming he stars in it as well. But this is from 1961, and it is spine number 844. So this is another Western. I talk about this a lot in my vlog, so watch that if you're interested. But somebody must have just dumped their entire collection, and I got lucky. These ones ended up being priced as DVDs. So yeah, just an awesome find. I cannot believe I was that lucky at Disc Replay. So My Darling Clementine, One-Eyed Jacks, both for under $2 each. A ridiculously good deal. So let me show this one now, because this one I actually got from my buddy. So this is another one where if you've watched one of my other videos, you might see this one. But this is a Fellini film. This is Roma. And this one is from 1972, and it is spine number 848. So my buddy ended up buying the Fellini collection last year, and this was still one he had left over, so he sold it to me. I paid like $10 for it, probably even less in reality. But yeah, he was very nice enough to send it my way. So happy to have this one. I will admit, I'm not yet a huge Fellini fan. I've seen 8.5 multiple times. I don't love it, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm hoping Roma I will enjoy better. It is one of his favorite films ever. So I'm definitely going to give it a shot and just see how I enjoy it. So yeah, another one I was able to get used. So those were the three used Blu-rays I got kind of miscellaneously, I guess, randomly throughout the past few weeks here. So now let's dive in to the ones that I picked up from Barnes & Noble for 50% off. All right, so I want to start off with just a shout out to John over at Plaid 2X. The first two I have here are recommendations from him, and so I'm really excited to dive into these. And I will mention, check out his channel. I'll try to remember to link it down below. But John talks movies, music, and books. And so if you like what I do here with All Things Media, you're going to love what he does. He doesn't do any streaming at all. He's all physical media. But again, if you like what I do, you're going to love what he does, because he does it much better than I can. So definitely check his channel out. But first up is The Kid with Charlie Chaplin. So this was one that he had in his recommendation video that he said, if you only get one, make sure it's this one. And so I had to pick this up. I have almost all of the Charlie Chaplin films, I guess, in my collection. I know I'm missing Limelight and The Circus, so I need to get those maybe in November, I guess, would be the next sale. But this is from 1921, and this is spine number 799. So this is supposed to be a comedy, of course, being, Chaplin, but it should be a little bit more heartfelt than maybe some of his other lighter fare. So really looking forward to checking this one out. The Kid from 1921 from Charlie Chaplin, spine number 799. The second recommendation from John over at Plaid 2X is Make Way for Tomorrow. This is from 1937, and it is spine number 505. So this is one that I'm prepared to cry while watching it. So basically it is about an older couple who ends up going to live with one of their children, I guess, their adult children. And it's just about like the next generation kind of taking over and leaving the older generation behind. So it's supposed to be very heartfelt and kind of a somber tone. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. This is directed by Leo McCarey, and there are a good number of special features on the back there as well if you're interested. So yeah, very excited to check this one out. This was a difficult one to find. I was quite lucky that I ended up finding it at Barnes & Noble this past weekend. But yeah, very excited to check out Make Way for Tomorrow from 1937, spine number 505. This next one from 1964 is supposed to be one of the more like passionate films that's available from Japan from this time. And this is directed by Hiroshi Teshigahara, and this is called Woman in the Dunes. Like I said, this one is from 1964, and it is spine number 394. So that cover is just arresting. It looks awesome. And then if you take a look at the special features here, there are actually 4 short films from the director that are included, which was one of the main reasons I wanted to pick this up. I love when they include extra material like short films. So very excited to see if this one is as good as I've been hearing it is. So I've heard him describe, this director described as kind of like the East equivalent of Truffaut. And so kind of a French New Wave, but done in Japan. So I'm very intrigued to check this one out and see if it is any good or not. So Woman in the Dunes, directed by Hiroshi Teshigahara from 1964, spine number 394. This next one is a documentary that I have picked up and put down, I don't know, for the past like 3 years. It's one I've been wanting to see for the longest, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't end up making the cut. I finally grabbed it. This is directed by Al Reinert from 1989. This is For All Mankind. And this is spine number 54, so one of the early ones in the Criterion collection. But this is a documentary where it talks to some of the astronauts from the original moon landing, and it's supposed to be really well done. I cannot wait to watch this. I think this one had a bunch of good special features on here as well, which is another reason I wanted to grab it. So yeah, this one looks great. I love documentaries, and I've been wanting to see this for so long. So it's in my collection now. I can finally watch it. For All Mankind, directed by Al Reinert from 1989, and this is spine number 54. I'm glad I finally pulled the trigger on this one because it's another one that I've picked up over the past maybe year or so here. Not nearly as long as For All Mankind, but this is directed by Olivier Assayas, spine number 899 from 2016, Personal Shopper. So this stars Kristen Stewart, who I think is a wonderful actress. Obviously, the Twilight movies aside, those are just terrible scripts, and she was much younger, but she's become just an excellent actress. And so I am super excited to see what this one's all about. It is supposed to be kind of a ghost story. I guess her brother passes away and she can talk to dead people. So that alone has me intrigued. This is one that doesn't have a ton of special features. I think there's like a Cannes Film Festival press conference, with Kristen Stewart. But other than that, there's not too terribly much on here. I really got this one because I want to see the movie. So Personal Shopper from 2016, spine number 899, directed by Olivier Assayas. I love the directors of this film, and I'm surprised I haven't seen this one, but this is spine number 794. This is from 2013, Inside Loon Davis, from Joel and Ethan Coen. And so this is another one that there's a special feature on here specifically that I want to check out, because the Coens don't talk much about their films and special features. And so in this one, they have a full interview with Guillermo del Toro, where they kind of go in depth in this film and in their process. So because of that, I wanted to grab the Criterion Blu-ray of this. I do own this on DVD, which now obviously I can get rid of because I have the Blu-ray of this. But yeah, the cover on this is gorgeous. I've heard great things. It's like takes place in the 1960s, I want to say. And it's about like a folk singer, so should be awesome. I cannot wait to hear the music. I love folk, and so this one should be really cool. Inside Loon Davis from 2013, directed by the Coens, spine number 794. This next one is from 1986, and it's directed by Alex Cox. This is spine number 20, which is the lowest number, I think, of all the movies I'm going to talk about today. But this is Sid and Nancy. And so this is a story of Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen. It's just about their relationship. And so I know virtually nothing about Sid Vicious, obviously from the Sex Pistols. I know very little, but I really want to see this because it takes place, or it's set in, late 80s London, where the rock or the punk rock scene is really thriving. And so it's going to be just an awesome location that I think is full of potential. So yeah, very intrigued to see what this one's all about. And look at all of those special features there. This one is just loaded. So because I know virtually nothing about these two, I feel like these special features are really going to do a good job of placing it in its context, which is what Criterion typically does very well with their special features. So excited to see this one as well. Sid and Nancy, directed by Alex Cox from 1986, spine number 20. This next one was very popular last year during the November sale, I want to say, because I think it came out around that time. It was either July or November. It came out in the month of the sale or right before it. And I didn't realize at the time that this is directed by Noah Baumbach, who did The Squid and the Whale. I absolutely love The Squid and the Whale, and so I had to check this out. This is Marriage Story from 2019, spine number 1038, it looks like. So, yeah, 1038. So, like I said, Squid and the Whale is excellent, and I need to see more of Baumbach's filmography. I really wanted to grab Frances Ha as well, but unfortunately, at my store, both copies of Frances Ha had loose discs inside, so I didn't want to mess with it. And every time I look up, like, ranking of Baumbach's filmography, Marriage Story is almost always number 1, with Frances Ha number 2. So I figured, grab Marriage Story, make sure I love that, and then during the November sale, I'll hopefully pick up Frances Ha. But yeah, this is a family drama that I am really looking forward to. It has ScarJo in it. I mean, what's not to love there? I think Adam Driver, I always forget how to say it. Adam Driver is in this. For some reason, I always mess up his last name, but yeah, so this one should be excellent. I've heard great things. Unfortunately, my copy had a little bit, it was messed up a little bit with the plastic, but the plastic will be coming off soon anyway, so that's fine. So from 2019, spine number 1038, directed by Noah Baumbach, we have Marriage Story. So the final 5 here are all exclusive to this video, so they're not going to be featured in my media hunting vlog, and they're not in any other video, so you will only find them here. And first up is one, I guess I must have got this one from Amazon versus Barnes & Noble, but this is from Tarkovsky, Ivan's Childhood. And this is from 1962, spine number 397. And this is, so at this point, I don't know any of Tarkovsky's films. I haven't seen any of them, I should say. And so what I've read about him is that you should start at the beginning and work your way through. So this is his first full-length feature film, and so I figured I would start here. The second film is Andrei Rublev, which I also picked up. And so Andrei Rublev is from 1966, and this is spine number 34. So I now own the first 3 films in his filmography. The next one would be Solaris, number 3, and then number 4 would be Mirror, which just came out this past month. I ended up passing on Mirror for now, but I will pick it up in November because I'm hopefully by that time will have watched through a few of his films to know I like him. But yeah, so I definitely wanted to pick these up. I should mention that Ivan's Childhood is a typical, $20 release. Andrei Rublev is actually $50, so it was $25. I was actually very fortunate. I ended up going with my mom to Barnes & Noble kind of randomly, and she said, hey, grab it. And so she ended up buying that for me, which is always very nice. My mom is super generous, so that was cool. But yeah, so I am very intrigued to check out Tarkovsky's filmography. I know he is often listed as one of the greats. So Andrei Rublev, which is from 1966, spine number 34, and then Ivan's Childhood, spine number 397 from 1962, both new Tarkovsky films for my collection. This is another one that is super popular over all the haul videos this month because it just came out from 1938, and this is spine number 1085. This is Bringing Up Baby. So this is a Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant film that I have heard wonderful things about. It's supposed to be just one of the all-time greats when it comes to comedies, and I am super excited to check it out. This one just came out in the month of July, so it was brand new. Fortunately, I was able to find a copy because I know sometimes the new releases get a little difficult to find during the sale, but yeah, I was able to grab this one with no problem. So Bringing Up Baby, a very excellent comedy from what I hear that I'm excited to check out from 1938, spine number 1085. And a second new release from this month here is Deep Cover by Bill Duke. So this is one that as soon as it was announced, I knew I had to have it because of the cover art alone. It's just beautiful. So this is from 1992 and spine number 1086. So the cover is just, I love purples, pinks, and blues like that. The Cinefessions logo is very similar to this. And so, yeah, I love that art style. And so I knew I had to get it, especially when I found out what the movie's about. It is basically a crime thriller from what I understand, and so very intrigued to check this one out. Obviously we have Lawrence Fishburne here in the lead role, so he's typically excellent at what he does, so this one should be a heck of a lot of fun, and I've heard great things about it since people have been picking it up. So Deep Cover from 1992, spine number 1086. And last but not least is one that when I was looking earlier in the month, I couldn't find it at my local Barnes & Noble, so I ended up ordering it off of Amazon, but course, going back to Barnes & Noble later in the month, it was there. But either way, this is Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters, and this is a Paul Schrader film. So I hear that this one is kind of up there with Taxi Driver as being Schrader's best, and I've heard so many people talking about Paul Schrader lately, I had to check out more of his work. Obviously, Taxi Driver is just an excellent film, and so I want to see what else he has to offer. This is from 1985. Did I already say that? Spine number 832. So yeah, very intrigued to check this out, and it has an incredible cover. I love this. It's just awesome. So yeah, very excited for this one, and just have heard so many awesome things about this over the past few years. I finally was able to grab it. So very cool to have this one in the collection. 1985 Paul Schrader film, Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters. And that is going to be everything that I ended up picking up from the 50% off sale. All right, so there it is. This was an awesome haul. 20 Criterion Collection movies in total, 4 DVDs, 3 used ones, and then the rest, all of the 12 other ones, brand new ones that I just picked up from Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I didn't, pay all cash for these. I got a bunch of gift cards for my birthday, which is why I was able to splurge so much in this sale. And so I love being able to do that. So thank you again to all my friends and family for those gift cards. I really do appreciate it. But I want to hear from you guys down below. Which of these have you guys seen, and what should I put toward the top of the list? Is Mishima the best of the best here? Let me know down below so I know where to start with this pile of awesome movies. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, manga, collectibles. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. And I also want to make mention, definitely check out my media hunting vlog, which will be posted probably in the coming week or so here. I do talk about a handful of these in that as well, but there are some other ones that I was able to find and some really good deals. So check out that vlog, which is coming soon. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.